So Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk is off for the time being anyway. But goddamn, I am less than happy about this, and I should be happy because it's a Friday, it's a bank holiday weekend here in Ireland, so it's a long weekend. I'm away next week as well. I'm away after Wednesday for a couple of days. Really looking forward to that. I might see a few people there, who knows? But it's hard to get excited and happy about that when a fight you've been looking forward to, not even necessarily the fight, undisputed in general, which is something that has been a priority of mine pretty much since I started the channel at heavyweight, regardless of who the people are fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world at heavyweight, just as long as we can get it. We now seem further away than ever because although this fight reportedly is going to get postponed. Well, it is postponed, but reportedly it's going to get rescheduled. Is it going to be for undisputed? Because at the end of the day, the IBF are at their wits' end, letting Alexander Usyk not fight Filip Hrgović. He's next in line. Filip Hrgović has been pushing for this. He doesn't want to have to wait anymore. Will they wait? Will they make Usyk fight Filip Hrgović for the privilege of having to fight Tyson Fury? What the F? Like, this is just a joke. Right. Statement from Tyson Fury. I'll read it here. I am absolutely devastated after preparing for this fight for so long and being in such superb condition. I thought he only needed 5 weeks to train. I feel bad for everyone involved in the huge event, and I will work diligently towards the rescheduled date once the eye has healed. I can only apologise to everyone affected, including my own team, Team Usyk, the undercard fighters, partners and fans, as well as our host and friends in Saudi Arabia. He also posted an image of the cut, which looks like it's above over, I think it's his right eye. A lot of people are looking at that and they are doubting the validity of that. It does look smaller than the cut he had against Valine, I will say that. But a lot of people are coming out saying, well, he's posting an image. Shouldn't that be good enough? Tyson Fury is a serial liar. He's lied about several things throughout his career. And actually, does anyone remember the fallout from the Klitschko fight? What happened? The Klitschko debacle, I should say. Beats Vladimir Klitschko in November 2015. Great win over there in Dusseldorf. Meant to give him a rematch in July of 2016. Dustin pulls out. It was either May or June. I think it was June. Pulls out with a quote-unquote ankle injury. And even had a picture of the ankle. Man, not looking the best. But just coincidentally happened to have those issues with UCAD over the Nandrolone. Just coincidentally, just ignore that. The image is there. A lot of people doubt that ankle injury was even a thing. All right, and obviously then they rescheduled the fight with Klitschko, and then it doesn't happen again. Never gave Klitschko that rematch, right? This has happened throughout the course of Tyson Fury's career. He's pulled out a fight. I think he was meant to fight Ustinov back in the day, pulled out of that fight. Rescheduled the Deontay Wilder fight. Was meant to fight Deontay Wilder in the trilogy fight in 2021, July. I think it was July the 15th or thereabouts, 2021. Said he had the ping pong, the Rona. Said he had that. Said his whole team had it. Well, Joe Parker was at the UFC event that night, recording videos of it. In fact, actually, he even had to take them down because you kind of blew cover there. And the reports from there was, well, that he wasn't having the best camp, that sparring wasn't going the best, as well as poor ticket sales, had to reschedule the fight. He said he had, the ping pong, but he had to reschedule it for 3 months later? Really? That long? You had fighters who, were testing positive and then they were, fighting a couple of weeks later, no questions asked. So Fury throughout his career has pulled out of fights, has rescheduled fights, and there's always been a ready-made excuse there, and people have always dealt with the validity that, it's funny, and you have to explain this to Fury fanboys, I don't quite get it. When someone lies as consistently as Tyson Fury, people doubt, there's a story called The Boy Who Cried Wolf, if you ever read it. Eventually, the boy keeps crying wolf, and there is no wolf. The villagers are getting sick of it. And eventually, he cries wolf, and there really is genuinely a wolf there. And guess what? No one believes him because he's done it so many times. That's Tyson Fury. This could be a legit injury. It very well could be. But following his history and seeing how his career has been, how many times he's lied to the fans, how many times he's lied to the public, I have my doubts about that. Shock. Many people else have as well. From what I've seen, doubt that. I'd love to see, right, if this was Anthony Joshua, who, by the way, in terms of top fights, in terms of fighting at world level, I don't recall him ever pulling out of a fight. I don't recall Usyk at certainly maybe the elite level. Maybe there has been one or two instances. I know he's had injuries with his bicep in the past. I know he had to pull out of a Tyrone Zoing fight or had to get rescheduled. But I don't recall, certainly as run a heavyweight, I don't recall him having any issues. But with Tyson Fury, it's consistent, but yet that's ignore that, just ignore that. No, this is consistent. Why is it? Alexander Usyk, right, is going to be older by the time this fight comes around. More inactivity. By the time this fight comes around, he may be out of the ring for over a year, right? Because it may come around in Riyadh season this year, which is I think October time. So it may even be as late as that because maybe they have a sign to have it in Riyadh season. The Saudis are going to be absolutely peeved off. They put an enormous amount of promotion into this fight. They put an enormous amount of money into this fight. The broadcasters are going to be peeved off because they've done an enormous amount for this fight. The undercard fighters are going to be, you know what? Excuse me, because they've trained for this fight. With a fortnight to go, it's not going to happen. Some people are saying that why is he sparring? You would still spar up until you'd probably wind it down next week. Would probably be the end of it. Like maybe Monday, Tuesday will probably be the end of sparring. I've been in pro camps and yeah, they do tend to wind it down just the week before the fight, so I can kind of see why they would have been still sparring. But yeah, people doubt the validity of it, and I can't blame them. I mean, this is a guy who said he'd donate his purse to charity. Has he? And, you know, according to his fans, it's seen as blasphemy to even question that. Well, yeah, you can question that. He hasn't proved it, has he? Oh, well, you don't need proof. Oh, but you'd need proof if it was Anthony Joshua or Alexander Usyk. If they said if Anthony Joshua came out tomorrow and said, I'm donating this, proof please, Anthony, proof please. That's all they'd be saying. Proof please. That's all. Just, where's your proof? Where's your proof? Are you lying? Clearly. But Fury does it. Oh no, clearly true. Hater. Yeah, we're all haters, aren't we? For wanting to see the best fight the best, for seeing Tyson Fury lie consistently over the last, well, pretty much throughout his career, and questioning things he says because he does that so much, that makes us all haters. Yeah, that's yeah, you're gonna have to explain that a little bit harder because that don't make a lot of sense. His fans supporting him still. Now, if he doesn't fight Alexander Usyk, if he looks to go another way, fight Ngannou in a rematch of John Jones, and seriously, he's mentioned John Jones' name in the past, fight Anthony Joshua, etc., without fighting Alexander Usyk, I won't accept it. The majority of people watching won't accept it, nor should you. His fans shouldn't accept it. And it amazes me that there are people who still support him. And I really do wonder, because from what I've seen with Tyson Fury, with the way he behaves and the way he carries himself, he has nothing. That man has nothing but contempt for his fans. Contempt for them. He doesn't give a damn. All he cares about is lining his pockets, making money whatever way he can. And the fans who are working hard and putting their hard-earned money in, he doesn't care. He's just like, thank you, see you later. That's it. The guys who go running around defending him constantly, which they are coming down to a minority now, they're still there. He doesn't care. He's nothing but contempt for the fans. That's what he does. And throughout his career, it's been one thing after another. It's been lies, gaslighting, picking and choosing very carefully. He's a great fighter. He's a very good fighter. He may be the best of this era in terms of ability, but how he's handled his career personally, his character, everything about him, it stinks. It absolutely stinks. Imagine Anthony Joshua if he span as many tails as Tyson Fury. People would be going in on Anthony Joshua. And Tyson Fury, that's just, leave him alone. No. People wanted to see Undisputed. If it's legit, if it's 100% legit, fair enough. But I'm doubting that, and a lot of others are doubting it. Because this is what we've seen. A tree is known by its fruits. Have you ever heard that saying? A tree is known by its fruits. He's pulled out of fights before. He's produced pictures and things have been going on in the background. And you doubt that. He said, I've had this happen. I've tested positive for this. Oh, my whole team has tested positive. They're at a UFC event. So what? Explain that to me. Oh, don't question. I'm going to question. I mean, isn't that what, I'm not officially a journalist, but isn't that kind of, I'm trying to be, isn't that what a journalist does? Isn't that their job, to question things? If story that someone's saying doesn't exactly look 100%, should not be saying, hang on a minute, that don't add up there. That don't add up there. I want to see this fight. And I hope we get it rescheduled. I do. If Tyson Fury doesn't, if he for whatever reason decides to pull out, I know Krasuk has talked about him just going off and retiring. Even I wouldn't probably mind the retirement so much, because at least it would free up the belt, because that belt ain't going to go anywhere so long as Fury has it. Someone's going to have to beat him because Sullivan's not going to strip him. Sullivan won't do anything. Oh, we'll give him all the support. Oh, would you do that if the shoe was on the other foot? We both know you wouldn't. Mauricio Sullivan. I'm pissed off. I'm snapping. Honestly, I can't believe it. I absolutely can't believe it. I really can't. And let's see what comes out in the coming days. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting few days, certainly. The people who are looking forward to this fight, the people who have maybe saved their hard-earned money to go over to Saudi Arabia, the people who are looking forward, who've saved their money, the people who are getting into boxing, and maybe this fight has got them into boxing, all I can say is I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. It's just a joke. Absolute effing joke. Let's wait and see. But I'm doubting the validity of that claim. I am. I'm not gonna lie, I am. Now, it could very well be true. He does have a cut. They could open. You know, they do. Look at Vitaly Klitschko against Kevin Johnson. But Tyson Fury is a man who has been so economical with the truth over the years. I wouldn't trust him to tell me the right time in a room full of clocks. And that's why I doubt the validity. As I said at the start of this video, the boy who cried wolf. Well, maybe now he is the boy crying wolf, and maybe now the villagers don't believe him. If that's the case, you made your bed, you gotta lie in it. That's all I gotta say. I'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, as always, if you haven't already. Lads, peace.